guys, for those who do not know me, my name is Michelle Berger and I live in Hedgesville, West Virginia, and I am 23 years old. So I kind of just want to, well, I had this brilliant idea. I kind of get these sometimes and then I never kind of do anything with them. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to just film my life. And you're like, well, why does she want to film her life? What's so special about her? Well, you probably tell I look a little different. I barely got eyebrows, don't really have eyelashes, and I'm wearing a toboggan inside the house. So if you haven't put it together yet, I have cancer. For those who don't know, I have Hodgkin's lymphoma, stage 3. So for the first video, I'm going to talk about how how I got diagnosed with it. And the rest is kind of gonna be like life with cancer type of deal. So back a couple months ago, how this all started was kind of interesting. They kind of did not think, everyone was surprised that it turned out to be cancer. So how it started was around Easter, even a little before, I noticed that I had a lump in my neck. And I was kept on like, something's wrong, why do I have this type of deal. I was sick a couple months prior to that, and that's when I noticed it the first time. And they're like, oh, it's normal for when you're sick for your lymph nodes to be swollen. So we kind of just went with that. And then I was getting more concerned when it wasn't really going away. So I messaged my doctor and he checked it out. We did the x-ray, we did the ultrasounds, and it showed that, it was definitely a swollen lymph node. We went to the surgeon, who I love dearly, and I was on antibiotic, and they're kind of like, well, let's do a biopsy to rule out cancer. We don't really think it's cancer. I had no other side effects, so we did the biopsy. They took it out. I have this beautiful scar now. It actually has faded a ton, to be honest with you. So it came back 6 days later that I had cancer. No one expected it. It was a total shock. We all kind of thought it was an infection that my body couldn't fight off. And because literally I had no other side effects at all. So it was also during COVID. So everyone's like, if this is the time to get cancer, if there's a time to get cancer, this is the time. Everything's shut down. And I'm like, really didn't know there was a time to get cancer. So I was, at first, at the time I was 22, I kind of looking back, I kind of thought at 22, I'll be, dating, trying to find the love of my life. If you know me, I say that a bearded, bare-chested, freedom-fighter, Jesus-loving country boy is my dream guy. That is the guy I'm going to marry. So I was kind of looking for that type of deal. Thought I'm going to find my guy this year. I'm going to get married. Not this year. Years down the line. I'm going to have babies with my bearded, bare-chested, freedom-fighter, Jesus-loving country boy. And I'm going to have little Michelle's, and it's going to be amazing. But now, at 22 years old, I'm getting diagnosed with cancer. So I'm in the surgeon's office, and he's telling me I'm being diagnosed with cancer. And he says it's Hodgkin's lymphoma. Never heard of it. Couldn't tell you one thing about it. Actually, I have heard about it, but once, later on, when people would talk to me, I'm like, oh, that's what you had. No idea. I didn't put the pieces together. My surgeon was really firm and strict about me not Googling things because he already knew that I Googled and YouTubed everything. So I promised him I wouldn't Google anything, but I didn't bring up Pinterest. And you can Pinterest is kind of like Google. If you just type in anything, it brings up a whole bunch of stuff. So that's what I did. He referred me to my amazing, wonderful oncologist. I love my oncologist. He is, my doctor and my surgeon and my oncologist are definitely 3 of my heroes. They saved my life. Most people, my doctor that I first went to, a family doctor, people say all the time, you're lucky he went as fast as he did, because most doctors are like, oh, you have no side effects. Let's say in a couple months, years. Let's see what happens. And he did it. He went boom, 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 boom. my surgeon went boop, 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 you know, and, you know, here we are. So I met with my oncologist, and they knew it was around stage 3 or stage 4. They just didn't know exactly. On my scan, it showed I had a spot on my spine, but through it, they couldn't really see if it was in my spine or my spine. So I had to do a bone marrow test. If you've never done that before, it is something I do not want you to ever do. It is awful. The worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. It was something like I'm definitely never going to forget. So I sitting there laying on this table, and I'm in the hospital gown, and they told me to leave my pants on. And if you know me, I am super, super modest. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like my butt is out. There's so many people in the room. Everyone can see my junk. Like, this is so embarrassing. And the nurse comes and said, like, it feels like you're exposed, but you're not, I promise. And I'm just laying there, and the guys in my back, and I remember them saying, at any point in time, you need us to stop. We're stop. Like, we're pull it out. We're start over. We're take our time. So I'm sitting there laying, and I can feel him like going in and stuff, my spine, and thinking to myself, if I move a certain way, it can cause him to jerk, you know, a certain way. And that can paralyze me. Like, I ain't moving. Like, we're doing this one thing in and out. And I remember when we got done, they're like, did you feel anything? And I'm like, did I feel anything? Yeah, I felt a whole bunch of crap. Like, that crap hurt. And they're like, we've never had someone sit so still. And I'm like, I didn't want to do that again. So it's actually the same day that I got my port in. And my port is right there. Gonna have lovely scars. And you can see like the little bumps and stuff. It's definitely interesting looking. But you know, it's gonna tell a story one day, so it's all good. So we got the results back from my bone marrow that the cancer is not in my bone. So that's kind of like, woohoo, you know, it's not stage 4, but it's stage 3. Like, you know, it's still kind of, it's not good, but it's not the worst thing out there type of deal. So we started my treatment in middle of June, and I remember my first day of treatment, like, I walked in with a bag of crap, like crayons and coloring stuff, like pages, my iPad and my Kindle and crocheting needle, and you would have thought like I was moving in, because I was like, I'm gonna be getting bored just sitting there. Like, I can't just sit there. Like, I can't even sit still for 5 minutes. And I got this sign, and it says, first day of chemo. It's my first day of chemo. I had to take my picture and stuff, and it was just a hot mess of a day. And I remember my nurse coming to me. She goes, you want a chicken salad? And I'm like, oh, I love chicken salad. And they were just, yes, girl. So I opened it up, and it was a salad. And I was like, okay, I guess I need to lose a couple pounds, they're telling me. You know, the whole time they're telling me I need to gain weight. And my doctor told me I need to gain weight, 15 pounds, I looked at him and said, I've never had a doctor tell a chunky girl she needs to lose weight. I was like, you need me to gain weight? Like 15 pounds? No problem. Well, I never gained the 15 pounds. I'm actually losing it. I used to hate people like me. Like, I can eat what I want and not gain a pound. Like, it's kind of awesome. And one way it's like frustrating because I need to gain the weight and I can't. Like, what the heck? So I'm sitting there eating my salad, you know, first day chemo. I'm like, oh, this is easy. Oh, well, let me tell you, it didn't hit me right away, but it hit me a couple days later. And it was like, I kept on getting nauseous. Like, there was something that made me nauseous, and I first could not pinpoint what it was. It was a smell. Well, I finally pinpointed it. It was lettuce. I cannot stand the smell of lettuce. And you're out there thinking, oh, lettuce doesn't have a smell. You're wrong. It has a smell. A very, very distinct smell. Ever since then, it makes me sick. My favorite salad is Olive Garden salad, and I cannot eat it because of the smell. And it's like, ugh. So, if you're about to go through treatment, do not eat your favorite food because you're not going to be ever to eat it again. So halfway through my treatment, so my treatment is 6 rounds. Each round has 2 treatments each, and they're every 2 weeks. So basically about a month are my cycles. So halfway through my treatments, so in cycle 3, we did another scan to see how the treatment's doing, and it's going great. So at my halfway point, they said, like, you are where you should be. On the picture Majigglies, you can see, like, oh, that was before, that's after, like, definitely progress. So right now, I have 1 more cycle, so 2 more treatments, and then we would do another scan. This by far has not been an easy ride. It's been a journey. But you know what? My bad days are someone else's good days. So that's the way I try to look at it. I try to be more positive about it. By far, one of the hardest parts was losing my hair. When I first got diagnosed back with the surgeon who told me, and I'm sitting there upset and crying, I'm asking, like, how is this going to affect me having kids? Because I can't wait to have kids. I thought, oh my goodness, I can't lose my hair. Like, that's one of the best things about me. I had long, thick, beautiful hair and eyelashes and eyebrows, and that's what I'm with right now. And I said, I will pay millions and millions of dollars not to lose my hair. I don't have millions, so I don't know where the money was coming from. And he kind of was like, Michelle, you don't work that way. And I said, like, and I was crying, and I said, well, Jane the Virgin's mom had cancer. She didn't lose her hair. I want that treatment. And he's like, it don't work that way either. So after my second treatment, we finished, cycle 1. That is when I would lose my hair, they said. And my treatment was on a Monday. Monday I didn't lose my hair. Tuesday I didn't lose my hair. But Wednesday I remember waking up and seeing some of my pillow. And it's like, oh, okay, it's just a little bit. They told me if it's a little bit, it will, it would just thin out. If it's gobs, you're gonna lose it all. So I remember brushing my hair in the shower, and it was clumps, like it would fill my hair. And I was like, I am going to lose my hair. Like, what the heck? They also told me that I had a 26% chance of losing my hair, but just about a wig. So, like, it gave me hope that I wouldn't lose my hair, but I'm glad I had listened to them, because when they brought up my hair, it was one ear or the other. I didn't really listen to them. I didn't want to hear it. But I'm glad I did listen to them and went ahead and bought a wig. So I had a natural hair wig. It was someone's hair at one point in time, made into a wig. It looked exactly like my original hair. I even had gray hair in it and everything. So I was very glad that I was prepared for it. So Wednesday came, Thursday came, and it's just more gobs. And I'm like, I'm not going to shave my hair. I'm just going to let it fall out naturally. And my scalp, I remember my scalp hurting so bad with it. And Friday, I remember I said, I can't do this anymore. So I texted my hairdresser, and I'm like, it's time. I'm going to do this. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yep. So we went in, and we shaved it. So as she shaved it, I didn't want to look. I didn't want that memory of me cutting my hair. My sister, my brother, and my sister-in-law were with me. And somehow I hold it together and did not get emotional. I got a little teary-eyed. But I didn't get... don't things like that, but I didn't really get like emotional. And when she's like, okay, let's go, wash the little stubs off, I said, I don't want to look. Put my wig on at the sink. She put it on. And when I got home is when I looked at myself for the first time with that wig. And I remember thinking, like, holy cow, like, what happened to my hair? But ever since then, I haven't really got emotional about it. If people ask, like, are you excited to be done with chemo? Like, yes, and I'm excited for my hair to grow back. I put oils on my hair. It may be a mind game. I don't know. But it helps me at ease to know that this is going to help my hair grow faster. That's all that matters. So, yeah. So, that was one of the hardest parts. And definitely doing stuff for my fertility has definitely been another struggle. I want kids so bad. Growing up, when I was like 7, 8, you saw me with a baby doll. Like, being a mom is my dream. So I do a Lupron shot once a month, give it to myself. And that kind of shuts down my ovaries, they say, as I put my body in menopause. And it like just saves my little, not my organs, my eggs. So yeah, that's what I did. I first kind of wanted to do the freezing of the eggs, and when my kids were driving me crazy in the future, I'd be like, oh, you were just in the freezer too long, like making a joke about it, because that's just kind of who I am. But then I was like, you know what, I prayed about it, and I talked to other people, and I'm like, the Lupron is the path I'm going to go down. So yeah, that's what I kind of did. That's a couple of struggles I just went with. So yeah, I am going to try to make 2 or 3 videos a week to, show you the life of a girl with cancer. So stay tuned. You're going to meet my family. We are one big, crazy, happy family. Sometimes we're not really happy. Sometimes we get on each other's nerves and fight with each other and argue. I have some opinionated people in my life, and you're going to meet them and probably know exactly who they are right away. You're going to meet my niece and nephew, and you're going to meet my church family. My church family has been amazing. If it wasn't, if my faith wasn't as strong as it is, I would not be able to get through this. I definitely, through this whole journey, have gotten closer with God, and my faith has gotten more stronger. He's definitely showed me amazing things throughout this. A lot of times people look at cancer as a negative thing, and no, it's not like, woohoo, I have cancer, like this is the best thing ever. But it definitely has brought out amazing things. It shows you that anything is possible with prayer and God. And I just am forever thankful that I have the faith that I do. And I have faith that my eyebrows and my eyelashes and hair are going to come back very fast. I have this little girl at church, and I had a scarf on one night, and she said, why do you have that on? And I said, well, I don't have my hair on. And she looked at me, and she's like, well, why don't you have hair? And I just didn't really think before I spoke. I'm like, well, the doctors took it away. And she looked at me like, now I feel like she's scared of doctors. But I just explained to her later that I'm sick and I'm on lots of medicine, and the medicine made my hair fall out. So now she's in the fun wigs, and it's kind of cool. She's like, wear the pink one, wear the purple one, wear the normal one. It's kind of cute. So it's definitely whatever, been fun. Definitely, that's gonna bother me. I don't know the proper term, but it's been fun, kind of doing that. My niece Lincoln, she is going to be 2 next week. And I'll get her say it. I'll have her record it one day. She knows Aunt Shell is sick, and she knows Dr. Winko is making Shell all better. But she prefers me having no hair. This might be weird to some people, but no one besides the original people, so my hairdresser, my brother, my sister, my sister-in-law, have seen me bald. No one. Not my parents, not my best friend, no one. It's something that I still struggle with. I just don't want them to remember me bald. I don't want no pictures taken of me bald. Nothing. I sleep with a hat on, because I go to bed early. And my dad puts my dog in my room. So yeah, a lot of people are like, really? Your parents have never seen you bald? I'm like, no, not at all. But Lincoln, my niece, she ain't gonna remember it. She likes the feeling that Shell's bald head. And it's kind of weird. And she laughs. She goes, is Shell funny? I'm like, yeah, I know. It's funny looking. But yeah, that is today's video. Just a little insight. If you're wondering why this finger don't have nail polish, it's because all my nails were this color. I had acrylics on. And in your shower, how you have that shower thing that can change. I went to change it, and my fingernail got stuck, and I pulled it out, and it broke my whole nail. So it's bruised, and they can't really do anything with it. But my other 9 fingers still have to look good. So when I go get my nails done, they literally do all but that one. So that's why it's that way. You can like see the bruise. It's so gross. Nasty. I normally have it wrapped up, but they told me it has to breathe like it's mayo. That was a squirrel moment. But anywho, this is me. So enjoy the life of a 23-year-old with cancer that lives in Hedgesville, West Virginia. For those that don't, so like, let me pause there. When we're out of the state of West Virginia, people ask like, "Oh, where are you from?" Like Martinsburg, but like that's more common to people here. And then like when we're in Martinsburg and Hedgesville, people are like, "Oh, where do you live?" I'll be I'm like, "I'm in Hedgesville." Like it is out